Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another speed paint rant. I always call them just peep paints. Peep paints. They're not peep paints. They're not made with piss. I don't know why. I've never mentioned that they're rants as well. I got a drinky here. I'm gonna sip it. Not that good because it's 0 sugar. But hello, welcome to another speed paint rant. And today I thought, well, first of all, I noticed that I was getting I don't know why I do this to myself. I pressure myself to do things even though nobody's pressuring me to do them. I just pressure myself, and I've been pressuring myself a lot with these videos, trying to have them done by the date and have them being interesting or whatever. And I just realized that that was unnecessary pressure, because originally I just started doing these rants for fun, and it stopped being fun. And then I made that video last week about the simulation theory, and I had a lot of fun. And I realized, the reason I had a lot of fun is because I wasn't pushing myself to do this video. It just kind of did it at my own time when I could. I think the whole point of me doing this a week in advance was so, I had some time. So I didn't feel like I was missing my schedule if I didn't post that day. So I was like, I'll do them a week in advance. I'll post them in Patreon early. And then if I can't get them done on Tuesday, I have a whole week to get them done. But for some reason, I started being okay, but they have to be done exactly a week before. It can't be 5 days. No, it have to be exactly a week before. So I just realized I was dumb, and I'll do them when I can and when it's fun. But yeah, I was thinking, what are we going to talk about today? Because I still want to, talk about something interesting. So I thought I'll just go a little bit, I would say, old school. I've been doing these videos for years, but I've been doing these videos for less than a year. At least not the speed paint parts. I think speed paints have been going on for a year now, almost consistently. It's more like me adding rants. It's less than a year. I mean, I started 2020, I'm pretty sure, because last year I didn't add commentary to them. I just put them up and sped them up to some music. This speed paint is not that long, so I shouldn't be talking so much, because it's only 18 minutes of speed paint, so I might have to lengthen it instead of, because I already sped it up and it's 18 minutes, so that can't be good. But yeah, I just wanted to go old school, quote unquote. I'm gonna say old school to have anything before the quarantine, and just talk a little bit about art, because I don't have a lot to say about this drawing. I mean, I think it was just a fun drawing I did. This is what I call selfish art, when I do arts that nobody cares about, only me. Maybe some people care about it, I don't know. But it's when I do things not thinking about what's trendy, or what, what's the big meme or the big art trend right now. And I just do selfish arts. But speaking of art trends, I thought I'll talk about 4 things I've been seeing a lot lately on Twitter and Instagram and other social medias. Are there other social medias? I don't use them, so I don't know why I say other social medias. It's just 4 art things that have been happening and I've been seeing, and I'm just here. I'm not for them. It's what I mean to say. And let's just get into them. And the first one is fixing art. Fixing art that is not yours is what I mean. And I've seen I saw one post over a week ago, and now I keep seeing more people complaining about them doing it on their art, and I'm just why is this happening? If you don't know what I mean, it's just basically you're an artist and you post your art, and then some asshole on the internet comes and quote unquote fixes what they think is wrong with it. And most of the time I've seen it, it's kind of racist. They kind of just give these characters more quote unquote white features, smaller noses, and I saw one where the character had brown eyes and they gave them blue eyes. Why? It's so confusing to me. Why are you fixing someone else's art? Why are you editing someone else's art without their permission? If someone goes to an artist and it's hey, can you show me what you would do different on this piece, then that's fine. But if you post your content on the internet and just some jerk comes in and is oh, I made it better, why do you think you're making it better? Because first of all, most of the times it's not better, it's worse. And second of all, how do you know what this artist's goals are? Because not everyone has perfect anatomy, realism, or everyone has like their goals with their art and their art style. Just editing it and quote unquote fixing it, like, you're not doing anything for them, you're not helping anyone, you're just like looking like an asshole. This is the only thing you're doing. So stop doing that. I don't know why this even has to be said, but don't edit other people's art without their consent. It's wrong, it's stupid, don't do it. Just don't, okay? Just leave other people's art alone unless they ask, hey, what would you do different? Then no, don't do that, okay? The second thing I wanted to talk about is like this trend that happened like a few days ago. It was called like nobody's artist. I already forgot. I participated in it. Initially I didn't want to participate in it because on both Instagram and Twitter I have over 1,000 followers, but this was on Twitter. Let's leave Instagram though. So I have over 1,000 followers. I have like 1,500 on Twitter. I don't know how. I think the only reason I have 1,500 followers on Twitter is because I've been on Twitter for like 10 years and somehow I have accumulated, I think most of them are either bots or they don't use, they're like not active anymore on Twitter. Because like, oh yeah, so I didn't want to post originally, but my friend told me like, I think you should post because like the whole point of it is artists that are not visible or not like, very popular. And yeah, you have 1,000 followers, but like you get like 2-3, like you're lucky if you get 10 likes in an art post. And it's true, I never get like more than 10 likes. If I do, it's because someone big, like my biggest art on Twitter got like thousands of likes, and it's because it was a Shadowhunters fan art and the Shadowhunter official Twitter retweeted it. So like I got so many likes because of that, and they quote retweeted it, so a lot of those didn't go to me, most of them went to them. But okay, I'm not gonna complain about that. Don't quote retweet artist art because they kind of lose there. Like you win but the artist loses, but that's another issue. But yeah, I participated in it and I didn't see anything too bad. Like it's just like a bunch of artists that they don't get the recognition they deserve, putting their art out there, and you go through the tag, and I followed so many people that are amazing, and I don't know how they have less than 1,000 followers. I saw like especially one artist, but I'm sure there were more. I saw like a few, but there was one artist in particular, and obviously not gonna say any names, that however had over 10,000 followers, saying like, artists with less than 1,000 followers, artists with like 100 followers are like, nobody owes you likes, nobody owes you attention. Like, shut up, you have 10,000 followers. Like, what are you talking about? You don't know the struggle of having like not a lot of followers and not a lot of likes. And then there were a lot of big artists saying like, oh, likes don't matter and followers don't matter. But like, if you're out there trying to get your work out and trying to get commissions, like most artists are, unless they're like doing it for fun and hobby, which we're gonna talk about later. Yeah, it kind of does matter because the more visible you are, the more work you're gonna get. If nobody's seeing your work, then how are they gonna find that you offer this service, right? So like being a super popular artist on social media and saying, oh, likes don't matter. Yeah, you can say that because you kind of already have this platform and you can probably open commissions and they're gonna fill up immediately. But smaller artists don't have that luxury. Smaller artists, they might be really good, but nobody's seeing their work, so nobody knows they're good. So it was just like this whole thing. I thought it was very entitled of like people with huge followings saying that smaller artists don't deserve the attention, and saying that it has to do with like talent or their skills or whatever, because there's so many great artists out there that are just not like on it every day, posting every day, doing things that make them go up in the algorithm. The algorithm in both Twitter and Instagram is so tricky. I just don't know. And also I saw like a lot of people who have a bunch of thousands and thousands of followers on Instagram do the thing on Twitter because they didn't have thousands and they use Twitter less, so they don't have as many followers. I'm like, seriously, like why can't you just leave that space for the artists that don't have a following anywhere? Let them show their work too. It doesn't have to be about you. You already have a big following. And I don't know, it just pissed me off. Second thing that pissed me off. The third thing I saw that pissed me off, I actually saw it today, but I've seen it in my years in the art community, and it's that People saying that using references is cheating, and I'm just here to tell you, no, it's not. Stop saying that. I don't know who told you that using reference is cheating, but like the one thing I learned from art school is that you need to use reference to be good. I think something one of my teachers told me always stuck with me was like the difference between someone that draws and an illustrator. And someone who just draws, someone who's good at drawing, for example, can take a bottle, a glass bottle, let's say, and they draw it and they just draw the glass bottle exactly as they see it. But an illustrator takes the bottle and does something fun with it. Maybe gives it a label, maybe fills it in with water and the water has glitter. The illustrator makes it a little bit fun, but the illustrator still needs that reference of what a bottle looks like, because if the illustrator doesn't know what the bottle looks like, then how is he gonna make it happen, make the people know that this is a bottle? It might be not be a normal glass bottle, it might be like a fantasy bottle, but you still need the reference for it. I don't know if that made any sense. I like didn't plan this at all, and I didn't know how to translate it immediately which is my problem with things. Things happen in Spanish and then I try to translate them in English and they just don't work the same. But I hope you know what I mean. Like, references are important. You do not know how things look. You think you know how things look. And I did this exercise, and I think everyone should do this exercise. If you're an artist. If you're not an artist, then I don't know why you would do it. Get one of those random generator things that just generates random ideas or whatever. And let's say it says like a pug. So you draw a pug with no references. And then look for a pug and then draw that pug using that reference and see the difference. Because we did that in class a few times. We would just, like, our teacher would tell us a random thing and we would draw it, and then we would close that, look for the reference and draw using the reference, and then we would see like the world of difference between what your brain thinks it knows and what it actually your eyes are seeing and you're like drawing it. It's such a difference. So use references. I don't know what to say. It's just And the fourth thing that pissed me off is something I saw like 2 days ago, and it's basically when someone is looking for an artist and they're offering money. So they're like, oh, I want a portrait made for my YouTube channel, and I'm offering like money. I'm gonna pay whatever you want. So can I get some portfolio, some pricing, some stuff on the replies? And then someone is like, I draw for fun, I'll do it for free. Like, dude, fuck off. Seriously, just fuck off. Because this person is willing to pay an artist and you're saying you're do it for free, you're literally taking the paycheck away from an artist. If the person decides to go with the free one, doesn't mean the free one is good. But I've seen it happen. I've seen like people saying like, oh, can someone like make a banner, I'll pay, and someone's like, oh, I'll do it for free, and then they do it for free, and like I feel like a graphic designer just lost their job there. Like, it's good that you do things for fun and for a hobby, but don't take jobs from people, because there's so many artists, myself included, out there who depend on this work. And by you offering your free work, you're saying that our work is not important and that we do not deserve to be paid for it. At least that's how I feel. Every time I see it, that's how I feel. And I remember I was just like scrolling to Twitter, and I saw like this person posting like, hey, I'm looking for a portrait, and like send me your portfolios and your pricing. I'm willing to pay as much as you want. And I was like, this is an opportunity for me. As you might know, I like to say I specialize in portraits because I like doing tons of portraits. I was gonna comment on it, but it already had a lot of comment on it, so I usually scroll by and see if maybe I think I have a chance, because if they're like super amazing people in the comments, I'm like, why would I even try? Sometimes I just get this, which is a bad thing. And also sometimes I just want to see their person already replied and said like, oh, I want you. So like, why would I, if they already chose someone, why would I chip in if it's not necessary anymore? And then like someone said like, oh, a portrait, I do art for fun, so I'll do it for free for you. And the person was like, okay, cool, I'll DM you. And I'm like, oh, great, just lost a bunch of, like, an artist just probably lost like some rent money right there. because this guy was like, I do it for fun. Just don't do it. Like, unless someone approaches you, like if you would do art for fun and not to be paid, unless someone approaches you and it's like, hey, would you draw something for me? And you're like, yeah, sure. And they ask how much and you're like, I'll do it for free. I would never understand why you would do free labor in this economy. You can do free labor. I don't understand it. But like, that's okay if you want to do it for free. But if someone is offering to pay money to an artist, don't take it away from them, because also it creates like this idea like you can just get free art that easily. It's just, I feel like that person robbed someone of money. Maybe in the end it just didn't really matter, and it, like, the person would have chosen, I don't know, someone who already had, I don't know, but you know what I mean. Like, just don't do it. Don't comment, and also don't say I do art for fun, so I'm not gonna charge you any money. Like, fuck off, seriously. Like, that's such a stupid thing. I can do art for fun and still charge money for it. Look at my past commission, the one I did in SPEEDPAINT that was in Reader Sim, not this one, the past one. That was super fun to do, and I still charge for it because I don't care how much fun it is. It's still fucking labor. You know? I'm not gonna take an hour of my day and just draw something and hurt my hand and use my electricity and use, you know, my art programs that cost me money and my Cintiq that cost me money and just give it for free because I found it fun. You can still make money out of things you find fun. And I don't know what to tell you, dude, but I just don't do that. Don't do that. Trust me. It's scummy. You're a scumbag if you do that. Especially if they're offering money. Because they're already offering the money. So why won't you take it? Take the money. You know? This economy is not good. Especially with COVID right now. Things are not nice. But anyways, I'm going to leave it there because I'm just angry. Now I'm just angry. Holy shit. Let's take a drinky. Yeah, that's all I had to say. Those are some things in the art world that have been annoying me. And I just say, you know, it's so easy to be, you know, a decent person on the internet. And there's no reason to not be a decent person on the internet. Anonymity? Who the fuck cares? I'm just saying, all of those things, don't do them. Don't fix art. Don't be an entitled artist with thousands of followers. Don't be saying that people who use references are cheating, and don't offer free art and say it's for fun and, you know, take money from an artist, because it's scummy. All of those things are scummy. That's all I have to say for today. Sorry if I got angry. Sorry if you don't agree with anything I just said, but I disagree with you. So just you do you, and just think of others, because I feel like there's a big lack of thinking of others right now. There's a lot of thinking about ourselves and not thinking about, you know, if you wear a face mask, you're helping people. If you don't go outside, you're helping people. If you stop being an asshole on the internet, you might be helping people. So just think of others for once, maybe. I'm not saying you in particular. Maybe you're like a very empathetic person and you care about others, but there's tons of people that don't. So for you, that's for you who don't care about other people. Just fuck off. Have a good day, good night, and I'll see you next time. Bye. I can't find the stop button. My mouse is lost. Help. Bye.